everybody, my name is Sharon Quinn, and I'm also known as the original runway diva, and you are watching Model Behavior. Class is officially in session. Today, my guest lecturer is Mykel C. Smith and his team. Welcome, guys, to Model Behavior.
Hi, Sharon. So glad to be here.
Now, before I go on, I want you guys to individually introduce yourselves. So you're Mykel.
I'm Mykel.
Hi, I'm Andre Watson.
I'm Dimas. I'm the casting director and the runway coach.
Okay. And Andre
Yes.
is a photographer and a model.
Yes.
Exactly.
Before I mess this up, Mykel, just tell everybody what it is that you do exactly.
Well, I'm a creative director, and I started a creative direction firm maybe about 5 years ago. Before I was known as a celebrity stylist, also casting, production, show production, stuff like that. And I was an actor at one point, dancer. But now I decided to form this company and make it more about creative direction with advertising, show production, styling, do everything, encompass everything we do, opposed to just being separated. We have a whole team of people.
So this is a fully staffed
It's fully
production
from
company.
makeup artists, casting like Dimas, styling, which is me all the time, production, PR, which my PR person is in your booth right now.
Okay.
But so we have a lot of makeup, hair, everyone. It is a much younger generation I'm working with right now.
Okay, so now how long have you had this? How long have you had this company?
It's been like 5 years in the making, but recently we just started taking off in the last 2 or 3 years.
And you call your tagline, I really like this, is you're a think tank for all things creative. So it's everything under one roof.
Yeah, people come to us with ideas. It could be anything, events, certain things. Not just fashion. People tag me as a fashion person, but fashion is part of it. But every fashion runs through everything. So we also have special events. We have signed models to different agencies, things of that nature. So so it is actually a creative think tank. Anything you come to us, we sit down and we think about it. And we actually sit in meetings, have drinks and cocktails and food, and we come up with these ideas for different clients.
Cocktails, that's my kind of meeting
I
right
was
there.
like cocktails, okay?
Now tell me about how you fit in this
Well,
company.
my story is kind of funny. So I'm a model about 13 years now. And 5 years ago, I started getting passionate about photography, fashion photography. And one day I was booked to do a magazine for Mikkel. And then in the situation, something happened there, and I met Mikkel. Mikkel, I'm also a photographer doing modeling photography. So he's like, okay, can I see your material? Like, yes. So this is my portfolio. And he's like, wow, you really do photography. So he started giving me opportunity, and since then we've been doing big jobs and big things now.
So you're the photographer under the umbrella. Do you work as a model for Mikkel as well, or is it just a photographer?
Yeah, that was the first meeting actually.
Oh.
I went to meet him because he booked me as a model to do a magazine, and then from there I introduced myself as a photographer too, and then we become a partner.
Oh.
Yeah, he came to a photo shoot. I booked him. He's with Q Model Management, New York. A major, he's with Wilhelmina Worldwide, so many different necks. He travels a lot as a model, but he's great as a photographer as well. And he's also an actor, he don't say that, and a singer.
You sing?
Yes, he sings very well.
I know you are nice to look at, I will say that. Oh my.
Yes, child.
Yes. So Dimas, I don't want to leave you out.
Okay.
Now you're the casting director.
Right.
So you run all of the castings. Is it just models, or do you cast like the photographers that come in?
Just
the models.
Yes.
So run me through like a day of you working with Mikkel as doing casting.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, because for example, we did a casting like a days ago, a bunch of the male models, a lot, different agencies. So it's a crazy.
Oh, so you had a big open casting.
But for just agency
for
models.
just
though.
agency, yeah.
So how do you go about? Well, I know how to do that because I do it too. But
Right.
how do you go about setting all of that up and handling it?
Well, we have to call Mikkel pick the agency and then send the information to the bookers or the agencies, and then they send the models to the studio. For example, we did the casting, and then we, start to pick the guys. Well, it depends, because Mikkel he liked different colors, you know, race, you know, that's the
So you
beauty,
like to
you know.
keep it diverse.
Right,
But I've been doing
diverse.
diversity for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Diversity is in.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
but now it's so in, but I've been doing diversity. I've been in this industry for 20 years, so I was casting models all over the board back in the day, you know, when I was doing shows way back in the day. But now everybody says it's so in now, but I never had a problem casting diversity, so it's always something I don't even, I recognize now it's supposed to be so in, but I've been doing it so long that it doesn't read to me, because we should have been doing this.
But you know it when you don't see it.
I know when I don't see it, and you know, so it should be. This is something people should be doing. And I've worked with white designers where they're like, okay, and I actually had an altercation with one designer who told me that I was using too many black people, and I said, well, then you can, you know, I can leave. So he just let it go, and we end up using the black models that I need to do. I balance it out, you know what I'm saying? So everybody can get a chance. That's the way I feel.
So and you take this with this is the way you work.
This is the way I work, yeah. And I just don't have models. Sometimes the agency will send you. That's why I brought Dimas aboard with me, because he's able to handle that. I deal with the agency directly, but he's there with me. And we cast across the board. Advertising, we're learning how to do commercials now. So he's becoming, just without fashion, I want him to be cast all across the board. Plus size, anything we may need for that job. We just can't focus on skinny fashion models. You have to cast all across the board. Because we're a big, diverse company who take on many jobs creatively.
Now so it doesn't. So it's not just limited to fashion. You
We're
go
not just
into
limited to
music.
fashion,
You
music,
go into
everything.
wherever it takes you, right?
I'm working with Skip Marley now, which is Bart Marley's grandson. He's going to drop a new album, so I've been styling him a little bit here and there. His mom is one of my biggest and longtime clients and friends. Her name is Sedella Marley, so she's bringing me in to start casting videos and stuff for her son. And stuff. I used to do all her fashion show, cast the models, because she's a designer as well. So I used to cast all the fashion models, but now she's bringing me in to start doing like the creative on his new albums and stuff like that, his new song.
Okay, so real quick, because I don't want to leave
No,
out
please don't leave them.
Andre and Dimas.
Okay.
But what makes you use the term? You call yourself a creative pimp.
Well, look at my host.
Baby,
right
come
here.
on now. Well done. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay.
No, but it's like, I mean, some people, like one of my friends, like, oh, you shouldn't use that word. But it's a catchphrase, because I believe in creativity, and I'm pimping it. I mean, it's out there, but in a certain vernacular. It's not like I'm just doing anything. I try to raise the bar up, and it's all about creativity. Everything I do is creative. If you look at my Instagram, you see me out. It's just not, sometimes you see Instagram, it's just about a product, and it's boring to death. You see the experiences that we go through in the process of just in the home, when I'm not in home. And it's not more about me, like I said, it's all about us. So I'll do some Instagram on them, or wherever we may be that I find creativity is.
Now you mentioned Instagram a couple times, and,
Right.
and clearly social media is really, really important in fashion now.
Yeah, it's
See,
really
back
important.
When I
It's
was
not just
doing
fashion,
it, there
everything.
was no social media.
Yeah, in the beginning, me too.
But now everything is Instagram and Twitter and Facebook driven, and now people are getting booked based on the number of
It's just-
followers.
It's crazy. That part I
Yeah.
just don't totally agree with, but it is happening.
Because that has nothing to do with your talent.
It doesn't have any, because you know a lot of things are false. You see people with all these followers, and they absolutely have nothing to bring to the table. But I did meet this kid. I mean, I've gotten like maybe 5 jobs off of Facebook and Instagram. I'm mentoring this kid. We had an incubator system where we're working with younger designers and models and things of that nature, or singers who want to get into this world but don't have the means and opportunity. So I have an incubator system where I charge them something.
Wait, say that again?
Incubator system.
No. You go back a little bit. You said you're doing something for people who don't have a way to get in.
Their way to get in, yeah, but they have the talent, you know. So I met this kid named Jarrell West. Now his line is Murray West. He reached out to me. I get it every day. I'm getting reached out. I want to be a model. Some girl, you be like, girl, why? Okay, girl, why?
This is not a conversation we're having today.
I know, but
Lord.
I mean, it's just like they reach out to me. They think people see this social media and they see this Instagram and they see these reality shows and they think they have what it takes. You know what I mean? But I'm like, this is a hard business. It's not easy. So this kid reached out to me and said he wanted to. Had a clothing line. I said, okay. He said, well, can I be your intern for a day? I said, why be my intern? Let me see your clothing line. So he came, we had a meeting. I charged him a consultancy fee just to sit with me. He bought his hoodies and stuff. They were beautiful, put together really well. So he said, well, I want to work for you. I said, no, how about you go get some little money and put your money together and let's get you started. So now he's starting to take off. And Andre's going to shoot his lookbook. We have an event on the 19th. He missed Fashion Week because he didn't have all the finances and the samples with him on time, but I still stuck in with him. It's a company called Contra Studios with Steve Moss is the CEO there. So we joined partnership together because he does a lot with artists and photographers for a nice rate for his studio. So he's donated the studio, and we're going to do Marty Music donated headphones and all this stuff. The agency sent the models, so we're going to go ahead and give his first presentation and with a lookbook shoot coordinated together on the 19th. So I met him on Instagram, and now he's really, really talented. We had a hoodie sale pop-up shop at the AKA in December. He sold like 40 hoodies in a matter of 3 hours, so for $150.
But now, how often does that happen where somebody reaches out to you from
It happens
Instagram, but it's somebody that you can actually like do something
I'm
with?
very selective. Long time ago, I used to feel sorry because I used to answer questions, and I'll say, now.
You're doing that all day.
now I'm like, child, okay, because sometimes we'll be walking together. He gets the same thing, though. He just,
you get tired of that after
I say,
a while.
honey, okay. I say, you know what? I said, I just say, you need to go ahead and send the pictures to the agencies, whatever. And I did another guy who had a reality show that needed to be produced. He's in production now. I can't say really because we're under non-disclosure, but he reached out to me and he needed somebody to come and formulate and get him in the business. So he paid me a pretty good coin. Okay. So, so I got him started. And we packaged him and put him together, and we had a meeting with the same producers who produced A Real Housewives of Atlanta. That was 2 months ago. So, yeah, so.
So this has been, this is like a crazy little ride you've been on, and 5 years is not a lot of time.
Yeah, not a lot of time to start something. It's not reinventing myself. I'm redefining what the business is about and how to redefine. You have to keep your ear to the ground, and you have to understand what's going on. A lot of my friends are older sometimes, like me, at my age, and they're not seeing what's coming. Just like when I came up, things are changing. So the designers are changing, the looks are changing. Everybody's basing things off of throwaway fashion now. So it's hard to be just a fashion person. You have to do many things. So that's where Andre, I met him because the photographer really messed up on the shoot, came late, all kind of stuff like that, showed up late, was disrespectful to the models. And he's young, so he is an artist as well, but I just couldn't tolerate it. Disrespected the editor that was there. So Andre told me I shot, and from then on, Andre and I have been working together. And I'm just building his portfolio up and up as we go.
So what's it like? That's a good segue too, thank you.
Yeah.
What's it like working with Mykel, whose energy seems to always be on 20? What?
Well, to me, it's true about I'm a person that I'm very good to listen people. So I'm very patient. He's very hyper, so whatever he comes, by being patient and very good listener, I can hear him the whole day, very hyper, And I just it's like a symphony for me, and he's singing. But I like all his energy. The first time when I met him on the shooting, I already like him because he's very outgoing and everything for him will work. And I like people when say it will, not I don't know, I don't think so. So he always, it will be amazing, it will be amazing. So this energy, because I live my life in energy. And when I met him, I have this nice energy and very outgoing and happiness as he gave me. So I already like him from that shooting. So from there, I gave a chance to tell him that I was a photographer too, and maybe we could work together. So since then, we've been working together, and it's so easy to work with him because I know that he's very capable of to do things, and I know he's very visionary. He look very far before doing anything, and I know whatever he thinks, it will work because he don't do things not about that doing things without thinking, but he's very positive in what he does. And
so you plan out.
Yeah,
you
and
plan out.
I like that he's very he trusts himself. He knows what he's doing, and I can see that on him too. So it just leaves me
So that rubs off on you.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how hyper he is
Can I
and
get a
how
tip
fast
from
he
you?
talks.
You really like me? You really like me?
Yeah,
Dimas?
so it's really easy to work with him. Pretty
Same
much.
question. What's it like working?
With
'cause-
him, I agree with him, and Mykel, he have a lot of imagination. He always I tell him he can go to the planet, and then when he coming back, he got the message, and then
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
true.
So
That's him.
what now? You do a lot of things. You have
Right.
a bunch of creative roles.
Right.
What's the one role that you love the most?
Well, it's just actually coming up to execution of the plan. Like we shot Lena Bradford the other day. I walked into the hotel one time.
Miss Lena.
Hi, Lena. We
Hi,
love you. I heard your neighbors, right?
Yes.
Claudio. Hi, Claudio. Okay, so we walked into I walked into, she invited me to, I heard her play I've known Lena many years. We had just recently started getting close. So we've known each other through passing when she was Girl Lena. So I walked into a hotel one time, maybe like 4 months ago, and she was playing. And I said, I want to shoot her right here. Because I told her we were going to work together. And I always wanted to shoot her and everything like that. So what happened, I just saw it, I visualized it. It just said, see it, and conquer it. And that's the kind of person I am. Like I see something, I really do go hard after it. You know what I'm saying? So I saw her, we shot her there with male models surrounding her, with, we used Carmen Bravo, Dennis Basso, things of that nature. And it came out beautiful and he shot it. This is one of his first major shoots.
But you said you walked into the place
I
and you
saw
saw
it.
immediately,
Yeah,
I
it.
want to shoot you here.
Yeah, and I started working on it right after that.
Does that happen to you
It
a
happens
lot?
to me a lot. And now I kind of accept it. Like I knew I was going to be on this show one day. I kind of see things. So I visualized it before you offered. I kind of knew it. But, a long time ago I said, oh my God, I can't believe I'm walking this path. But now I kind of go into the moment and go into it. Like I knew like last week, and this is just me being a vision. I'm not a prophet or anything. I don't got no crystal ball. I'm just Cleo. But, Cleo. Okay. But I knew that I hadn't seen Naomi Campbell in years. So I got a call. And someone said, put your dress on, girl. We're going, my friend Quanos, hi Quanos. He said, put your dress on, girl. We're going to Naomi Campbell's party. So someone told me I'll see her again. I just was thinking of her like 2 weeks before that. And I went to her book signing, a book launch. Beth Ann, everybody was there. Andre Leontali, Mark Jacobs, Al Sharpton. And I walked her a little bit. We hugged, we danced a little bit.
I'm sorry. I couldn't. I'm sorry. You said all them fashionistas, and then you said Al
Sharpton was
Sharpton.
there.
Okay.
But I'm very close with his family as well. So his daughter's his ex-wife is Kathy Sharpton, which is a good friend of mine, and Dominique and Ashley are like they're nieces to me. And so Reverend Al, I've known him a long time. So I'm always eating Thanksgiving dinner at their house and Christmas dinner. So, yeah, everybody was asking me, why is Daddy Al gets around a lot of places.
Yes, he does.
You can't be
I'm not mad at him.
He know how to get a coin too, honey.
I'm certainly not mad at him about that.
So then I ended up, to make a long story short, I ended up popping up into page 6 2 days later. That my name, I was listed among Leonardo DiCaprio and Anna Wintour. My name was the only one there. And I was like, not that my friends said, but this is your time. Like Alvaro, Alvaro was like, this is your time. So I just feel, and one thing after another, I interviewed with Style Week last week, and I interviewed with Melting Pot. So the company is really in a position to start taking off. For the press is just coming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, very, very happy, and that's why I'm walking into my journey now.
So where's it that you want your company to go?
Well, I don't know where it could go. Actually, I'm under non-disclosure again with this, but I got offered a licensee deal the other day. So I can't talk about what it is, but I got offered a licensee deal, so we signed on. So we're still in the process of thinking about what I'm going to do, like, hoodies and T-shirts, maybe a coffee cup.
Could be.
Cafe Perch, girl. So, and I'm just, I'm very spiritual. I go to like Canaan Baptist Church on 116th Street. So I really believe in a higher power.
That's where Wyatt T. Walker
Wyatt
used to
T.
be
Walker,
the pastor.
Wyatt T. Walker was, civil rights era minister. We have Dr. Johnson, Lady Johnson here now. So I'm well known in my church too. I'm like the Andre Leontali of my church.
Not surprised.
I always walk in.
Not surprised.
I walk in with models and stuff. So I really believe in faith-based. Andre is very faith-based, and Dimas is as well. And it's like I don't go and preach hallelujah all the time, but I do believe God has me on this journey. I've had things where I've been in New York like 37 years now. I've walked restaurants, dance, theater, but this is where I'm at, and it's coming full circle now.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Chicago originally. I grew up in Chicago. I went to Whitney Young High School with Michelle Obama was in my senior class. Hi, Michelle. I got to put that in there. Love you, girl. First lady. So I believe I'm going to bump into her again recently, too.
And you probably will.
I will.
You know she's going to be at City College soon, doing a commencement.
I got to, maybe. I think it's going to happen naturally. I don't believe in organic. I believe that somebody said organic. Usually when people call me and say, it needs to happen organically, especially when it comes to business, I believe it's BS. I believe people trying to get stuff out of you for free. So I feel like, nothing happens organically, honey. This is what we're doing. How much are you going to pay? Okay, so.
And it's good that you brought that up. 'Cause
Yeah.
now, I'm assuming that with all of you guys starting out doing what it is you do, you have to do some free stuff.
Yeah, I work with this magazine called West 42nd Street. They have a little stipend they give up, but most of it has been done for, like on the art sake of it, because they bring an editorial budget in, but they're very happy with me right now. It's like almost like a Time Out magazine, but I bring fashion to it. So Lena, that's our second job. I did a job with them before, the second job, and I'm the style contributor for the magazine. So this is one of the other things I've taken on. So we brought Lena in as the first, we brought Lena in as the first really big article we're doing with Andre and Dimas and I together. So yes, I don't do a lot of stuff for free though. Some things I will do. It depends on, I'll bring the budget down.
And it depends on, I'm assuming that if you're going to do free stuff, it has to be something that you're passionate about, or something that's in the long run.
Right.
You'll get something out of it.
I'm very passionate about, like the kid we're working with now. He doesn't have the budget that normally Sadella Marley would have. But I make him pay something just to say, so he doesn't get anything for just think everything is for free. And I have to kick his butt a little bit, but he's good. You know what I'm saying? So he is getting a lot back, and I'm putting him in the face. Some tell me he's going to get signed to a licensee deal. When you see the collection on the 19th, I think you'll be very happy with it. So, and it's very youthful, forward. And so I have to get in with him and say, this is the audience. It's your audience. You design what you want. But I tell him, okay, this is not going this way. This is not going that way. Bring it down a little bit. Start simple. Everything has to be simplified these days.
But you got quite an eye to be able to tell someone how to tweak.
Yeah, that's what Sadella does. She hires me, and then she lives in Miami, but she has offices around the world. We did a new line called Harambe that was dedicated to her mother, like Rita. So she flew me in just to start the line. She had already started making stuff. I would say, take out this, put that cape in. But I don't try to control what she does, but she has a whole team. But I'm like, take this out. We're going to add the cane into this. We're going to add umbrellas in. That's what my job is.
So where does that come from, though? Let's take it back to Chicago.
Yeah, but for Chicago, when I started fashion, I was working with this lady named Rosie McGill. She had Houses of Charm, Rosie's House of Charm in Chicago. Her husband is Mickey McGill, who was part of the Dells. So she saw me being so young as a talent, and I used to go see Ebony Fashion Fair and, meet Miss Johnson and Mr. Johnson. So it started a long time ago. I just always thought I could be a model at one point. I went to Barbara's wasted my money, child. And then they saw something in me. I was able to direct the models and do this, and I was a dancer as well. So almost like a child prodigy. So I was always written up in the newspapers. So one thing led to another, and I just, when I came to New York, I just pursued it a little bit more. I worked at an agency, a couple of agencies as a booker as well. So
Did you like that?
I hated it.
Yeah, so did I.
Hated it.
I thought it was just me.
It was like a meat market, moving models around, and I'm the type of person that have sympathy for my models. I like my model. Without the model, there is no show. Without the model, there is no shoot. That way, that's going by the wayside now. And then the models now, we had castings just to bring this up. They come without their comp cards. They come unprepared. We were talking about this the other day, how unprofessional it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have all this goes back to Chicago, and that's how all this formalized now.
I wish that I could say that wasn't true
It's so true.
as a model,
Right.
but I see it
Right.
too. What do you do when models show up unprepared with no comp card?
Well, I have to be prepared, in case. Write down the name, take the photos, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
But when they come in and they come to you and you ask them for their comp card.
Yes.
And they give you everything except the comp card. How about them little business cards?
Yeah.
I really like those.
But I have my own camera and then take a
Oh,
photo.
so you take a picture?
Yes,
See, 'cause
exactly.
yeah,
We
okay,
have to have the control.
You getting a lecture from me? It's like, really? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I just let him handle it because I'd be like, and especially if they're not fierce enough, I'd be like, okay. I said, we're not putting clothes on that one. Because I try everything on. One thing about me as working in production, the models, they do like me. I have a lot of friends that's models, and actors as well. So I'll try stuff on them and try to make sure the look and make them feel comfortable when they walk out of my set. Some casting directors, I've discovered many models, and they'll tell me, Mike, we went to this casting, and they looked at us and looked down and said, go. Like that, so.
Yeah, I think that's very important because I'm a model, right? About 13 years. So being behind and in front of the camera, it's very interesting because I've been like a very long time in front of camera thinking, why this, why that? Like, why agency would send email to me and say, hey, you have to go, clean your underwear, like a clean underwear, you will do this like weird stuff. Like, why they send does model goes like this to the casting? Right? That's me thinking
I've heard
because
models
I'm
come
very
in-
professional, always there. If I don't have comp cards, I don't go to casting because comp cards is the like.
That's
I
your
have,
business card. They're
There
not
is
gonna
400
remember
models,
you
right?
without
Now
that.
I doing casting. There is 400 models there. I like this guy. How can I know who was that guy? So your comp card is the.
I have this conversation every year with models. Every year.
Yeah. Right.
How are you calling yourself a model without your business card?
Exactly.
There's like actors who go to acting school and don't study. And I really don't read a lot of magazines. I mean, as a creative director, I try to come. I have All Vogue and all that stuff in my, I have to come up with my own concepts and it just comes to my head. So I prepare though. I do look when I'm finding out something like him. I send him images. This is what we need to do. Because I see everything in my head. The client can't see it in your head. So then you have to go through the tear sheets and all that stuff. So I come prepared. Like everything we do is laid out. We did a shoot with Lena the other day. The hotel commended me on how I laid out the whole story. We came and shot it before and said this person's going to be there, that person's going to be there, this person's going to be there. So you have to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Just like last night I was emailing you my bio and stuff in the last minute. But I'm like, you know, but I came prepared though, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
About
you threw
my
me off,
hoes.
but it's okay. You know okay, you're not
Is this a
doing
family TV show?
It ain't today. Anyway, guys, we are almost out of time. I would so like to thank my guests, Mykel C. Smith.
Mykel C.
Mykel.
Yeah.
Mykel.
That's
I keep
okay.
messing it up. Mykel C.
Don't worry, I do Mike all the
C.
time.
Smith, Andre,
Andre.
and Dimas for
Thank
joining
you.
us today and
Thank
sharing
you.
your knowledge with us. I hope that everybody gets something out of it. Now, before I go, as always, I'd like to leave you with a few thoughts. I want you to, one, remember that you can't change the game until you first learn the game. Two, always surround yourself with positive people and positive things. Do what you love and love what you do. And lastly, be who you are, but be who you are tastefully. Always have some class about yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Class is officially dismissed. Bye, y'all.
Bye.